Hi, my name is Tessie, and we're the Full Figured Fun Team, which stands for Fantabulously United Lovely Ladies. And we want to welcome you to the strength training segment of the Full Figured Fun video. There's a couple of practical things that I want to talk to you about before we actually get started. And one very important element I want to talk to you about is if it's been 2 or more years since you've been involved in any type of exercise program, I want you to check with a physician and have a full body checkup. You may have physical conditions that are hidden to you that could actually be fatal to you if you haven't been checked by a doctor. Stuff like heart conditions, high blood pressure, or diabetes. So I would prefer that you get a regular checkup from a doctor. Make sure you got the clearance from him before you begin this segment of the video. This particular segment is a strength and conditioning segment of Full Figured Fun. And what we're actually going to do, we're actually going to perform exercises that are going to strengthen your muscles and your bones and your ligaments and your tendons that you can do on a regular basis. What we're going to do is we're going to perform 6 to 10 to 12, working up to 15 repetitions of each movement. Basically, that means that you're going to repeat a movement 6 times if you're option 1. If you're option 2, you're going to repeat the movement 10 times. Your goal should be to work up to 12 and 15 repetitions. Now, option 1 we have demonstrating is Tana, Lisa, and Abby. Option 2 is going to be B and Missy and Beulah. Option 1 is for persons who have never been involved in an exercise program, who are just starting. And option 2 is for persons who are involved in a regular exercise program already. We're going to give you that option. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just start off with option 1 and then work yourself up to option 2. If you can do more than 15 repetitions, then it's time to increase the weight. If you can do it properly, maintaining proper form is very critical. So don't increase your weight until you have maintained proper form. What we want to try to do is this strength and conditioning segment needs to be done a minimum of 3 days a week, for 6 weeks. You want to work up to 5 days a week. If you can do this program 5 days a week, that's even better. But a minimum of 3, working up to 5 times a week for a minimum of 6 weeks before you advance to the interval segment of this DVD. We want to lay that foundation down first. And the foundation of exercise is to strengthen the muscles first so that you can perform the movement for a longer period of time. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is going to be equipment. Now, if you're option 1, we're going to be using the chairs a lot. And we're also going to be using a small ball. If you're option 2 and option 1, we'll alternate between this Versa roll that Tana's sitting on and this ball right here, the stability ball. Now, this product you can get from Power Systems, and we'll have information for you on the menu button. You could go to www.powersystems.com. This is a very durable ball. I've been having mine for over 10 years. They come in 55 centimeter and 65 centimeter sizes. 55 centimeter is for those that are 5'9" and below, and 65 centimeters are for those that are above 5'9". You want to start off with a Versa roll if you're just beginning your exercise program, and then graduate to a stability ball that's round because it's a little more challenging. Any exercise that you do on the ball, the goal is to try to keep the ball as still as possible as you perform the movements. There's a thing that we're going to address, I'm going to say often, is to keep neutral spine. And what neutral spine simply means is pretend that this ball is a clock, and at the top is 12, the back is 6, and then you have 3 o'clock, and then you have 9 o'clock. You're going to sit down in the center, and you're going to take your tailbone to 12 o'clock by using your abdominal and your oblique muscles, and then you're going to allow the tailbone to drop back to 6 o'clock. Neutral spine is between 12 and 6. So these muscles are going to have to be engaged to hold that tailbone right in the center. So a lot of times I'll say maintain neutral spine. That means I want that spine to be nice and long, head is nice and long, ears are down and away from the shoulders, you're not squunched up. Just think of a nice long extended spine and extended neck. That's neutral spine. You're going to also need dumbbells. If you're starting off, I would begin with no weight, as option 1 is doing, with just either a small ball or just their arms moving against gravity. You want to start with progress to 2 pounds, progress to 3 pounds, progress to 5. If you can do more than 15 repetitions, like I said before, then it's time to increase your weight. But maintain proper form before you increase the weight. Another thing that another tool that we're gonna use is gonna be called the small ball. And make sure that we have a small ball that you can put in the middle of your thighs for inner thigh work, but that it gives. As you pull the ball moves, because you want to use the ball as resistance for the inner thigh work. Also, make sure that the space is clear. So when you have the dumbbells, if you're not using them, make sure that they're away from you so that you don't trip over them and the ball's away from you. Just make sure that you have some space, because you're going to be walking in and out and sitting up and standing up. So just make sure that you have a nice area that you're exercising in. All right, and what I'm going to do, this is basically like an instructional video. So I'm going to walk around and kind of go to each lovely lady, and I'm going to kind of demonstrate their position and just kind of give you little keys and reminders of, where to keep the tailbone, where to keep the spine, where to keep the elbows, where to keep the wrist and the hands and the head. So I really want you to pay attention, because on the interval segment of this DVD, we didn't take time to go over the strength training exercises. That's what this segment is for, so that you can get a better understanding of what each exercise uses and how to maintain proper form while going through that movement. So we're going to get started. Are y'all ready, full-figured ladies? Which stands for Fantabulously United Lovely Ladies. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, you're sitting in the middle of the ball, and all we're going to do is a couple of pelvic tilts. So you're going to use these muscles of the abdomen and the oblique to take your tailbone to 12 o'clock, and then allow your tailbone to drop back to 6 o'clock. Again, 12 o'clock. Notice you're not going to be slumping. You're sitting up nice and tall, and then drop the tailbone to 6 o'clock. A couple of more like that. 12 o'clock, and then 6 o'clock. And this prepares the muscles. 12 o'clock warms up the muscles of the lower back and also engages the muscles of the abdomen and the oblique. Those muscles are used to pull that tailbone to 12. Keep going, and then bring it back to 6. Now we're going to take the hips to 3 o'clock and then to 9 o'clock. It's kind of like you're swinging to side, 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock and then 9 o'clock. So you're going to actually feel that stretch right here in the gluteus medius right here. All right, and now we're going to just kind of go around the clock. We're going to go to 12 o'clock, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3. Now, when you're doing this, you don't want to push on your feet. There's no work in your feet. All these muscles of the abdomen and the oblique are being used. And keep going, ladies. They're all being used. 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. And notice all of this stays still. All she's going to do is come around, not using the feet, just using the muscles of the abdomen and the obliques. Okay? So that kind of prepares the muscles in the lower back for movement. Next thing we're going to do is lift the toes up. So this strengthens the muscles of the lower leg, which is what's needed to actually walk and pick up your toe. So what we're going to do is hold the toe up and then drop the toe down. Hold the toe up and drop the toe down. Again, up. You're sitting in nice and tall, and drop the toe down. Spine is in neutral, head and shoulders are forward, and drop the toe down. Again, toe up and drop it down. And again, we're going to work up to 6. You can work up to 10. Lower it down. Again, up and drop it down. Up. You can work up to 15, 20 if you can. The more you can do on this one, the better. And down and up. I don't want to forget about my lovely ladies in the back row. Lovely ladies in the back row, you still with me? Yay! All right, and now I'm gonna take you back to my school, Cajun country. Here we go. Dee digga 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 dig dig dee dee digga 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 dee dee digga 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 dee dig digga 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 dig beep beep dee digga 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 digga. It's not called full figured fun for nothing. Digga dee dee digga 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 dee. I know they burning by now, right? Yeah, so you can stop right about now. Now the next exercise that we're gonna do, we're gonna turn to the side for your abdominal work. So everybody's gonna turn on an incline. And then we're going to walk on out. Now, if you're option 1, you're actually just going to walk on out and sit back up 6 times. And if you're option 2, you're going to walk on out and hold that inclined position and allow those abdominal muscles to curve, to bend your spine forward. So let's everybody get in that position. Everybody walk on out. All right. Here we go. Everybody put your hands below your chin. If you're option 1, you're just walking out and you're sitting up. All right. So here we go. We're going to pull the abdomen down, ribs down, and then come back nice and easy. Again, if you're option 1, you're walking out just enough to where you're on an incline, and then you're walking right back up and sitting up nice and tall. Again, walk on out. And we're working up to 10 rounds. We're working up to 10. This is This is not full figured fun for nothing. Again, walk on and pull it down. And back. Let's try at least 2 more. Nice and easy. Now, if you're option 1, you've already stopped because you did 6. Woo! But if you're option 2 and you walk back on up, yay! Yay! All right, now the next movement, everybody's going to walk on out, and we're going to do a cervical bridge position because now we're going to strengthen the muscles of the hamstring and the glutes and the muscles that run down your spine. All right, so everybody's going to walk on out. All right, toes and knees are forward first. Hands are on the hips. Turn that tailbone up. And I want to see it nice and flat. I call it like a tabletop so that I can have a cup of tea. So I call this a tabletop. So you drive those heels into the floor. Turn that tailbone up. Squeeze those glute muscles. That's back here. Now lower the hips down nice and easy. Try not to move the ball. And come up again nice and easy. That's 1. And drop it down nice and easy again. And come on up. And down nice and easy. Remember, her ball, she's trying to keep the ball as still as possible. Up, turning that tailbone up to the ceiling. Toes and knees are forward. And come down nice and easy. We're working up to 6 if you're option 1. And then we're working up to 10 if you're option 2. And bring the hips down nice and easy. Again, drive those heels into the floor. Turn that tailbone up to the ceiling. Give me a tabletop so I can have my tea. What number are we on, ladies? Okay, 6. Option 1s are finished, and then option 2s are going to keep on going. She's not getting any movement in the ball. She's turning that tailbone up. Hips are dropping down to the floor. What number are we on now? And 8, and turn that tailbone up. And again, glutes, hamstrings, muscles of the lower back. Drop down, head and shoulders should be in the center of the ball. And drop the hips down nice and easy. And then we're going to do 1 more. All right, and then everybody's going to walk on up. And now we're going to grab the small ball. So if you're option 1, you're going to grab your chairs. And if you're option 2, you're going to grab the smaller ball and you're going to have a seat on the ball. You're going to put the ball in the center of your thigh. So option 1s, you can do this if you don't have a ball at home, still sitting on a chair. Take a small ball. Everybody's going to put it in the middle of your thighs. Your spine is nice and long in neutral. So all we're going to do now is squeeze the ball using the muscles of the inner thighs and release. And we're going to hold that for about 3 seconds. So everybody, even if you're option 1, you're still going to do 10 repetitions with us. And release. And pull the ball in again. 1, 2, 3, and release. Again, pull. 1, 2, 3, and release. Again, spine is nice and long, head and shoulders are forward, spine is in neutral, and release. Again, toes and knees are forward, and release. Hold it. 6, 2, 3, and release. Make sure you exhale. Have a nice relaxed lip, like a pursed lip, and exhale. And release. Exhale every time it's hard. 1, 2, 3, and release. Notice how she's sitting up nice and tall, head and shoulders are forward, and she's only using the muscles of the inner thigh. What number are we on? All right. So now we put the ball away, and now option 1, you put the ball away and the chairs, and then we're going to grab the dumbbells because we're going to get ready for dumbbell flies, and then that's going to strengthen and condition the muscles of the chest, and the bicep muscle is going to be assisting, and the shoulder is going to be assisting in that movement too. But everybody's going to sit down on the ball first, and then we're going to walk on out into your cervical bridge position. My ladies in the back are doing good? All right, toes and knees are forward first. Arms are above the chest. Turn that tailbone up to the ceiling. Give me a tea, cup of tea. Now this time the palms are facing each other. I'm sorry, the palms are facing your knees. You were right. See, they train so well. Palms are facing the knees. Now all we're going to do is open up the arms out to the side. The elbows stop right at the shoulders, right across the street. Lift that chest up and pull those arms back to the center. That's one, and we're going to open them up. Again, if you're option 1, you're going to be stopping at 6 repetitions and pull the arms back. Keep that tabletop going. You got to turn that tailbone up. Toes and knees are forward as if there's a space of a small ball between your knees. And as you come out, the elbows stop right across the street from the shoulders and pull the arms together. Open them up again. Open them up, stop there, and come back to the center. What number are we on? 5. Open them up, nice and easy. Hips are up, hips are up. 6, good. Option 1s can stop. Option 2s are going to keep on going. Exhale as you come up. Head and shoulders are in the center of the ball. Open up again. They stop right across, straight line from elbow to elbow. Exhale as you pull the arms in, using the muscle of the chest. Exhale as you pull the arms in. Good. How many more are we? Last one. Exhale. Good job. Lower the hips, hands on the chest, drop the hips and sit up. That's awesome. Now we're going to sit up. Oh, we have a little complication here. Now we're going to turn and face the front. Now we're going to turn and face the front. All right, hands right at your side, and we're going to prepare for bicep curl. All right, so your spine is in neutral. Make sure the wrists are nice and straight. Elbows are right at the side. Everybody start with the arms lowered right here. And all we're going to do now is bend the elbows. And now option 1, they're going to do it with us because they're not using any weight. They're just moving their hands through, or they're using gravity as their resistance basically. And straighten the elbow as much as possible. Now as you come up, keep those elbows bent near the ribs. Exhale. And bring it down nice and easy all the way down. Again. And notice there's no movement in the wrist. You're not doing this with the wrist. The wrist is nice and still. This strengthens the muscle of the front of the arm. That's called your bicep. So she's going to straighten the elbow, keep a little tension there, and then keep using that muscle to bend the elbow, keeping it right near the ribs. What number are we on now? Good. 8, you're sitting up nice and tall. Your face is relaxed. You're exhaling as you bend the elbows. Good. And then we're going to straighten the elbows again. And then one more. Good job. Now, all we're going to do, hold the weights near the chest again. We're going to turn our bodies to the side. We're going to get ready to get in our bridge position again. And then now we're going to walk out to your bridge position for your lat pull. That's going to strengthen the muscles of the back. That's your latissimus dorsi on each side underneath your armpits. So everybody's going to walk on out again. Toes and knees are forward. Turn that tailbone up to the ceiling so I could have a cup of tea. Arms are up first, right above your chest. Now this time the palms are facing each other, right? Palms are facing each other. Drive those heels into the floor. Now slowly move the arms back toward the ears. Hold it there. Lift that chest up, chest up, chest up. Use the back muscle to pull those arms forward. And again, arms go back toward the ears. Try not to drop my table. My tea's falling. Woo! Up. Hold that chest up. Arms go back by the ears. Drive those shoulder blades into the ball. Drive the shoulder blades. Drive the heels down. That's 3. And bring the arms back. This is going to train the muscle right here down each side of your body. That's your latissimus dorsi muscle. As well as all these muscles back here of the hamstring, the glutes, the back. All of those muscles are being used to hold the lower body up. Bring it back nice and easy. What number are we on? Good. So option 1s can stop there. Walk on up. Option 2s, we're working up to 10. Move the arms back. Nice and easy. Chest goes up. Exhale. What number are we on now? Good. We're working up to 10 repetitions. Exhale on the hard part. Try not to arch your back. Try not to arch your back. Toes and knees are forward. Chest stays up. 2 more. Exhale right here. And 1 more. Head and shoulders are right in the center. And again, exhale. Good. And have a seat. Walk on up. Now, option 1s are going to get their chairs for shoulder press, while option 2s are going to turn and face the center for their shoulder press. Now, this is going to train the muscles of the front of the shoulder as well as the back of the arms. That's your tricep, and these are called your anterior delt muscles. So we're going to train those muscles by having something in front of our bodies. Option 1 is going to hold the ball, while option 2s hold the dumbbells. Now, you want the weights to be in front of your shoulders, okay? Now, all we're going to do now, spine is in neutral first, toes and knees are forward. Always lock all of this in position first. Now, after all of this is set, then we straighten our elbows and we move the elbows toward our eyes and bring the elbows down nice and easy. Now, all of us are going to work for 10. Exhale as you straighten the elbows and bring the elbows nice and easy. Again, up, exhale, and bring it down nice and easy. Again, exhale. Now, let me tell you, I didn't address this on the other video, but if you got your girls are in the way, just wing out your arms and just make it wide. Just do what you got to do to move the arm through space. I know we all shape differently, and some of us are fuller than others. So just work with what you got. All right, straighten the elbow, move the arms toward your face. Elbows come down. Try not to arch your back. Imagine that there's a wall right behind you, so you're sitting up right up against that wall. Or as if you have a precious box of china and you're trying to gently place that china on the top shelf. Is that 10? All right, okay, now we finish, yay. All right, now the balls are gonna be put away and we're gonna prepare for your squats. So all you're gonna do now, if you're option 1, you could sit on the chair because you're gonna straighten your knee, while option 2s are gonna go ahead and get a ring to help hold that ball in place. They're gonna stand in front of their ball. Their arms are gonna be out in front and they're actually gonna have a seat on the ball. All right, so all we're gonna do is everybody, option 2s are gonna drop down here, nice and easy, while option 1 straighten their knee and come up. Again, drop down, good. And if you're option 1, you're straightening the knee as much as possible and then you bend it. Again, exhale. This is gonna develop and strengthen the muscles of the front of the thigh. That's your quadricep. At the same time, again, exhale. You're kind of challenging the upper body, and all these muscles of the abdomen and the oblique have to work to also hold your spine nice and still. And what number are we on? 5, and exhale, drive those heels down, drop the hips. The hips have to go back, and the knee is right underneath the heel. Or I'm sorry, the heel is right underneath the knee. So the hip joint goes back first. All right, you're gonna do 6 on each leg. And where are we? Option 2s. 8. Keep going until they finish because I want everybody to finish at the same time. So they're going to exhale as you stand up. Again, drop the hips back. Good job. And exhale as you come up. My ladies in the back, everybody's okay. Exhale as you come up. Notice how their spine is nice and long. Again. Good job. Is that it? Everybody's finished? All right, now what we're going to do is prepare for your heel raises. So option 1 is going to grab the chair, and they're going to stand behind the chair, while option 2 is going to grab a hold of the ball, spread out your feet so that you have a wider base of support. You'll have more balance that way. Keep a little bend in your knees. What this is going to do is strengthen the muscle of the calf. That's the gastrocnemius. All those muscles that push the toe down. These muscles and the soleus, those muscles are involved in pushing that toe down, which will help assist you when you walk. All right, here we go. Press that toe down, lift those heels up, and then drop the heels down nice and easy. Now remember, if you tighten up your glute muscles, that's going to help you maintain your balance. Hold that spine in neutral by tightening the abdomen and the obliques. That's going to help hold your spine still. This is all the foundation. and bring the heels down nice and easy. You might find it helpful if you open up your feet a little bit more. It gives you a wider base of support, and then turn your toes and your knees out to the side. It might be a little more helpful for you to maintain your balance. What number we on? Drive those big toes to the floor, nice long spine, head and shoulders are forward, and then drop down. Again, press those toes into the floor, lift up, lift up, lift up, and then drop down nice and easy. If you're option 1, you can stop. We have gone up to 10 if you're option 2. And how many are we on now? And one more. Woohoo! Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then we lower. Alrighty. Now option 2s are going to get ready to lie on the floor to train the muscle, strengthen the muscle in the back of the thigh. That's your hamstring. While option 1s are going to step forward a little bit, and what they're going to do is bend their knee to train the muscle in the back of the thigh. That's your hamstring. So what we're going to do, option 1s are going to start rolling the ball, and then they straighten the knees. Option 1s are just going to bend the knee and then hold that knee in a bent position. Again, hold it for 3 seconds. Good. And notice you want to bend the knee. You don't want the knee forward and you don't want the knee back. You want it right across the street from the other knee. And again, spine is in neutral. Turn that tailbone down to the floor. Bend the knee and then straighten it. You're going to feel that in the back of the thigh. And this group, what they're going to do is lie the foot on top of the ball and then straighten it. And what you have to do is still strengthen or keep these muscles of the abdomen and the oblique. Tighten those up. Keep that spine close to the ground by using these muscles. Exhale when you bend the knee and straighten it. So as you bend, you're using these muscles of the hamstring to pull that ball to your hip. What number are we on now? All right, is that it already? Awesome. All right, next movement, option 1, you're going to turn your chairs forward. We're going to work on the muscles of the back of the shoulder, the rear deltoids, while option 2s are going to lie down on their abdomen. All righty. The head and shoulders are forward. Option 1s are on an incline, so they're not standing up nice and tall. Their body's on an incline. Head is right in line with their spine, and all they're going to do is move the elbow behind them on an angle. So it's not straight up, it's kind of on an angle because their body's on an angle. And this is going to train the muscle behind the shoulder and some of the muscles in the middle part of the trapezius and bring it down nice and easy. Now if you're option 1, you're lifting both elbows out to the side wall, up to the ceiling, and into the center. All of these muscles are having to work as well because they have to keep that spine nice and long. One elbow straight across from the other. What number are we on? Exhale as you pull the arm back. If you're option 1, you're going to do 6 on each side. Good. The head and shoulders stay down and forward. Lift those elbows out to the side wall, up to the center, and in. Think of out, up, and into the center as if the elbows are going to touch behind your back. Think of lifting the elbows out to the side wall, up to the ceiling, and into the center. What number are we on now? And what number are we on, option 2s? Is that it? All right. One more. Everybody stop. One more. One more, option 2s. Yay! They said, you're not under the lights. We are. Well, we're all under the lights, but they're working. I'm just talking. All right. Now everybody's going to have a seat on the ball, and we're going to do our last exercise. And this exercise is going to be to strengthen the muscles of the pelvic floor. And it's called Kegel exercises. It's not something that you can see. It's not even something that I know that you're doing. It's going to have to be by faith. I believe that you're doing it. I just don't know. I just hope you're doing it. But basically, this is going to be an exercise that strengthens all those pelvic floor muscles that can prevent incontinence. Is that right? Missy, she's our nurse. I want to make sure I said it correctly. So it can prevent incontinence as you grow older. Those muscles become weaker and softer and more flabbier. You know, I don't have to get into detail, right? No. All right, so here we go. What you're going to do, there shouldn't be any movement in the abdomen, no movement in the pelvic floor area. It's as if you're trying to stop the flow of your urine. So you're not going to be able to see what they're doing. You know, just use your imagination. But anyway, so we're going to hold it up for 3 seconds and then release. Again, hold it up as if you're trying to stop the flow of your urine. And then release. Again, hold it up. We're going to work to at least 10. And then release. Hold it up. Hold it. Hold it. There shouldn't be any movement in the abdomen or the pelvic area. And then release. Again, it's kind of like you're doing this. You're holding it up. And then you release. Again, like you're stopping the flow of the urine. Hold it. Don't hold your breath or squint your shoulders or tighten your face. Exhale and release. What number are we on? Pull up. Pull up. 7. We're pulling up. Think of pulling up, 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 and release. Again, pull up, 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 and release. 2 more. Pull up and release. And 1 more. You see, I have to just believe by faith they're doing it. Hold it up, 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 and release. And that completes your strength training segment. What you want to do, you want to try to work up to doing this exercise segment a minimum of 3 days a week. If you can do it every other day, that's great. If you can do this 5 days a week, that's even better because it's not so strenuous and it's not so many repetitions that it's too difficult. This is going to prepare you for the interval training segment that we have on the next part of this DVD. So thank you for joining us. You did a great job. By faith, I'm believing you did. In Jesus' name, yay! Hi, my name is Tessie, and this is the Full Team, which stands for Fantabulously United Lovely Ladies. Welcome to the interval segment of Full Figured Fun. There's a couple of practical things that I want to go over with you before we get started, and one of them is if it's been more than 2 years since you've exercised, I would strongly recommend that you get a checkup from a doctor. You might have a physical condition that might be hidden to you, like high blood pressure, diabetes, or a heart condition, and if you try to attempt to do this video workout, it could be fatal to you. So I'm asking you please to get a checkup from your doctor if it's been 2 or more years that you've been have not been involved in a regular exercise program. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is I do not want you to attempt to do this interval training workout until you have completed the strength and conditioning segment of this DVD for a minimum of 6 weeks. I would prefer that you do the strength and conditioning segment at least 3 times a week for 6 weeks before attempting this interval training workout. This interval training workout, what that means is that we're going to incorporate aerobic movement and strength training. You're going to do 3 minutes of movement non-stop. And then after 3 minutes, we're going to do 2 minutes of strength training. And we're going to combine those together, making 4 cycles. So you'll have 4 cycles where you do 3 minutes of movement and 2 minutes of strength training without stopping. We're not going to take time in the interval segment to actually go over each exercise with you. You will have that instruction in the strength and conditioning segment. So I'm asking you, do not do this workout until you have completed the strength and conditioning segment of this DVD before trying to attempt this interval training workout. Okay, the next thing that you need to know is about the equipment. We're going to be using several pieces of equipment. One happens to be a stability ball. Now, for more information on the stability ball, we're going to have that on the menu page. You can go to powersystems.com and order that stability ball. These balls are so durable. I've been having mine over 10 years. They actually come in 55 centimeter and 65 centimeter sizes. The 55 centimeter size is for those who are 5'9" and below. The 65 centimeter sizes are for those who are above 5'9". We actually have a VersaRoll, not we, but Power Systems has a VersaRoll, and it's actually a larger ball that you might want to start off with before you graduate to a smaller ball. Anytime you do movement on the ball, your goal is to try to keep the ball as still as possible while you're performing the movements. So as you're performing the movements, your goal is to try to keep the ball as still as possible. But you'll get more of that instruction in the strength and conditioning segment of this DVD, like I told you before. Now, the next thing that you need to know is that we need a ball, and this ball is going to be for our inner thigh work. The ball needs to be kind of squishy so that when you're using it in between your inner thighs and you press your inner thighs against the ball kind of gives. So that's another piece of equipment that we'll be using. Another piece of equipment that we'll be using will be either 2 pounds, 3 pounds, or 5-pound dumbbells. Actually, if this is your first time and you completed the strength and conditioning segment and now you're doing the interval training, you don't want to use any weight. You just want to use your body weight against gravity. We'll have option 1 and we'll have option 2. Option 1 is going to be for persons who are just beginning their exercise program. And those persons who are going to demonstrate option 1 to you are Tana and Lisa and Abby. Persons that are going to be demonstrating option 2 is for those persons who are involved in a regular exercise program already. Those persons are going to be B, Missy, and Beulah. So wherever you are, don't compare yourself one to another, but if you're just beginning your exercise program, you want to stay with option 1 group. If you've been involved on a regular exercise program, you want to stay with option 2 group. I'm actually going to show both. I'm going to demonstrate option 1 and then I'll progress to option 2. So choose your options. If you're option 1, they're actually going to be using mainly their body weight against gravity, and there's going to be times where they actually use a chair. If you're option 2, the majority, all the time, we're going to be using the stability ball, the dumbbells, and the small ball. Now, when we're doing dumbbells in this interval training workout, option 1 group will be doing 6 repetitions of each movement. Option 2 group, we're going to work up to 10 repetitions. That just simply means that you're going to repeat the movement 6 times or 10 times. Your goal should be to work up to 12 and 15. At any time, if you can do more than 15 repetitions, that means it's time to increase your weight or move on to another level. All right, the next thing that I'm going to talk to you about is a heart rate. In the workout, there's going to be a time where you're going to hear a bell. And when you hear that bell ring twice, that means that we're going to take a little moment to perceive how much energy you're utilizing, how you feel actually. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most difficult and 0 being the least, you should feel like a 3 to 6. If you feel like you're below number 3, that means you need to exaggerate the moves more. Make sure that when the arms go up, they're all the way extended. Make sure that when they go to the side, they're all the way extended. If you feel like you're above number 6, that means keep the arms down. Just continue to use the footwork, but limit the arm work. The more limbs that you have involved, the faster your heart beats, the more of a challenge it is to your body. So you should feel like a 3 to 6. You know what to do if you feel like you're above a 6. In interval training, the goal is to elevate the heart rate at the higher end of your range, but not so high where you burn yourself out and you can't even complete the workout. So there's going to be a middle part where we're going to monitor your heart rate, and I'm going to say, heart rate check. You should feel like a 3 to 6. You know what to do. You know what to do if you're below a 6, or if you're above a 6 or below a 3. The next thing that I want you to make sure that you have a lot of space. I say a lot of space. Clear the space when you're exercising. Just because I have these pieces of equipment right here, for film purposes, we're actually putting our equipment on the side so that we have more room to move. It's not healthy for you when your heart rate is elevated that you drop your head below your heart, because you can become dizzy and actually faint. So I would recommend taking the ball and your dumbbells and putting it up on a table about so high, so that in between the segments or the cycles, you can easily just grab the weights and grab the ball and come back to the center. But make sure that nothing is around you, all right? Now, the final thing I want you to do is have fun! Yay! Let those walls drop down and hear what the Spirit of God is telling you through the word that's coming forth and through the movements, all right? So here we go. All righty, here we go. We're going to just start off with a march on your right and your left. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take everything that was on your mind from yesterday, put it out. Everything that you have to do after this workout, put it out. I need you right here, right now. You will never have this moment again in time. I want you to look and see what the Spirit of God is revealing to you through the movements. I want you to hear what the Word of God is speaking to you through the movements and through the words that come out of my mouth. And I want you to open up your heart to receive what the Spirit of God is speaking to you through this workout, so that not only your body is strengthened, but that your soul is healed. Yes, now stay right here and add a stroll. I'm going to call this a stroll. So option 1, the arms are a little lower. Option 2, the arms are a little higher. And I just want you to chill out, rest in the Lord, wait patiently for Him, stay in expectation, march it from the top. 1, 2, 3 with a heel, bam, 1, 2, 3 with a heel. Now we're gonna throw the arm up in power and in victory. This stands for His victory, His power, His blood that was shed for you on the cross that releases your faith. Stay here and stroll. Woo! Now all we're gonna do right here is just chill, have a little fun time. Let loose, have fun. Woo-hoo! Yeah, take down those walls. Here we go, walk it out 3 times. This stands for I walk in His peace. I walk in His power. I have His grace for this very hour. Bam, yeah. Woo! Get ready, stay here and rock forward with your right foot. I'm going to call this rock and stop, and you'll see that in a little while. Watch the arms. Arms are forward and down, forward and down. There you go. Now the same thing on the other side. Forward and down. Now this stands for I'm forgetting those things which are behind. I'm reaching forward to those things which are ahead. I go for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. Yes? Now step out to your right side. Now your left side. Now your right side. And your left. All right, now all we're going to do is add the arms and a clap. Bam. Now if you're option 1, you're standing. Now rock and stop. Rock, now stop. Bam. Rock and stop. Now this represents you stopping those thoughts that come up against your mind, that cause you to feel less significant, that cause you to feel like a failure, that cause you to feel like this is too late, this is too hard, I've gone too far, you don't know what I've done, you don't know what's been done to me. Self-pity, you better stop that self-pity and tell that devil where to go. He belongs in hell, not in your head. Walk it out, here we go. 1, 2, 3, bam, I walk in His peace. I walk in His power. I have His grace for this very hour. Yeah. Walk in the victory. Claim it. Receive it. Believe it. Stay here and stroll. He said that he keeps those in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on him. Rest in the Lord. Come to me, all you are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest, says your God. Rock and stop. Stop. Bam. Ha, ha. This stands for stop. In the name of love, you will not break my heart. Yeah, stay here. Hands on the thighs. All we're going to do now is drop your tailbone to the back wall. Use these muscles of the abdominal and the oblique to turn that tailbone down. Allow your head to drop. And then release again. Tailbone to the back wall. Again, turn that tailbone down. You want to feel that stretch in the lower part of your back all the way up your spine. And bring it back down. Again. Exhale. Drop the head down. And release the tailbone to the back wall once again. Roll all the way up. Nice and easy. March it out right here again. Yeah. Couple of more rocking stops on each side. Rock, now stop. Bam, I just like popping the devil in the head. Just pop him in the head. Woo, stay right here. Hands on the thighs again. Aha, turn that tailbone down. And drop that tailbone to the back wall once again. Turn that tailbone down again by using the muscles of the abdomen and the obliques. And drop it again to the back wall. Hands are on the thighs to support the lower back. Turn it down to the floor. And drop it back. Now roll all the way up. Nice and slow. You want to feel that stretch in the lower part of the back, a little bit in the knees. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale. Look to your side. Again, a little bit in the knees. Other side. Nice tall spine, ear to the shoulder. Again, other side. Now chin to the chest. Again. Now take your head down and around, nice and slow. Other side. Other side again. One more time. Face the front. Now turn to the side. Toes and knees to the side. Wow. Now all we're going to do is lift up that back heel and bend your elbows. Kind of warming up the muscles of the front of the arm. That's your bicep. And kind of warming up the muscles around the ankles and the feet. Your calf muscles. You're doing that movement. Now stay here. Bring that left arm across your chest for a shoulder stretch. Keep a nice long spine. And the other arm is across the chest. Now lift up that back heel. Turn those hip pockets forward. If you're option 1, you're up a little higher. Option 2, you're down a little lower. You want to feel that in the front of your left thigh. Round out the upper back for me. Open up those shoulder blades. Now arms come up, feet come together. Bring the arms down and around. Tap that front foot. Now we're going to tell those thoughts where to go. Here we go. Roll it. Roll it. Take a hike. Bam. I am a child of the living God. Woo-hoo! I've been bought and redeemed and saved by the blood. You better take those thoughts captive to the obedience of Jesus Christ. Don't let them linger in there. Hold that toe up. Hands on your thighs to support the lower back. Drop the hips back. Now, if this is more comfortable, you can drop the toe, but you want to feel that behind your right thigh. That's your hamstring and your calf muscle. Nice long spine. Head and shoulders are forward. Face the front. Turn that tailbone down. Roll all the way up. Now we're going to turn to this side. Back heel goes up. Arms above the head and down. Couple of more like that. Now hold that heel down and bend your arm. That's your tricep. You can add a little pressure here by pressing that arm back just a bit. If that's too difficult, then just bend your arm. You want to feel that stretch behind the arm. That's a tricep. Now the other arm. If that's too difficult, just bend the left elbow. Now pick up that back heel. Turn the hip bones forward. You want to feel that stretch in the front of your right thigh. That's your hip flexor. If you're option 2, you're going to come down a little lower, making sure the knee is underneath, knee on top of the heel. Pull those arms back for a chest stretch and your bicep stretch. Bring that back foot in and tap that front foot again. 1, 2, 3, take a hike. Woo! I like to rap. Woo! Are y'all laughing? Woo! Yeah, we're having fun. Hold it up. Hands on your thighs. Sit back. If this is more comfortable, you can put that toe down. You want to feel that stretch behind your left thigh. That's your hamstring. Face the front. Turn the tailbone down. Roll all the way up. Hands on your thighs for the support of your back. Reach around and hold. Again. Reach up, around, and hold. Again. Up, around, and hold. One more time. Stay here. Inhale, arms around. Other side. Up, around, and hold. Again. Up, around, hold. 2 more times. You want to feel that stretch going down the side of your body, even through the gluteus medius right here. Now face the center. Squat down and stand up. Now if you're option 1, the hands are on the thighs. You want to drop the hips back as if there's a chair behind you. Stand up nice and tall. If you're option 2, the arms are forward. Woo! First cycle, we're going to just start walking, taking it from the top with our power punch. So now you're going to start increasing the intensity by picking the knees up a little higher. Yes. Here we go. Now we walk forward. 1, 2, 3 with a punch. Start picking up those knees higher. We got to start elevating the heart rate now that you're warmer. Yes, I walk in His peace. I walk in His power. Let me hear you. I have His grace for this very hour. Stroll. Bam. Here we go. Now I want you to start elevating the heart rate. So if you're option 1, the arms are a little lower. Option 2, it's up here. I was walking in the park one day, rock and stop, go. Bam. This represents, I know the Lord will help me. And because of that, I will not be disgraced. And because of that, I set my face like a flint. And because of that, I know I will not be ashamed. Yes. Ha, ha. Stay right here. March it out. Start picking up those knees. Pick up the knees because we want to elevate the heart rate. This is your aerobic part. Breathe. Couple of more like that. Now we're going to walk forward. 1, 2, 3 with a tap and a punch. Good job. Woo! Yeah, Abby, stay here. I got to hear my full team. Fantabulously united, lovely ladies. Couple of more like that. Those that wait on Him will renew their strength. This represents resting. Let Him carry you. Rock and stop. Stop. Bam. Look at the devil square in the face. Bam. Stop putting up with his lies. Stop giving it to excuses. Stop giving it to self-pity. Cast it out and down. Walk it out. 1, 2, 3, power. He's given you power through the blood. Because of that blood, you have the victory. The resurrection power of Jesus Christ lives on the inside of you. Stroll. Woohoo! Get ready. Rock and stop. Inside leg. Stop. Bam. Other side. Stop. Again. Again. Here we go. First bell. Get your weights and your ball. I'm sorry. Walk on out. If you're option 1, you're gonna walk out 6 times and sit up. If you're option 2, you're on an incline. Hands are below the chin. And we're just gonna simply use the muscles of the abdomen and the obliques to pull the ribs down into the hip pockets. Now that's why if you look at the strength and conditioning segment of this DVD, we'll explain all of this to you. We're working up to 10 repetitions. How many are we on, team? We're on number 6. Now if you're option 1, you stop right here. If you're option 2, we're gonna continue working up to 10 repetitions. We have at least 2 more. 1 more. Now we're gonna stay here. Everybody's gonna walk on out into a bridge position. Head and shoulders are in the center of the ball. Toes and knees are forward. Now the hips come up and the hips are lowered, nice and easy. Remember, you wanna try to keep the ball as still as possible. This strengthens the muscles of the glutes, the hamstrings, and the muscles of the lower back. Try not to move the ball. What are we on, team? Now, number 6, option 1 can stop at 6. If you're option 2, we're doing a couple more repetitions. Drive those heels into the floor. Turn that tailbone up to the ceiling. Yes. Turn it up to where this is a nice flat table so I could have me a cup of tea. Keep going. Drive those heels into the floor. Keep going. Okay, start walking it up. Get ready for your next aerobic move. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Now, if you're option 1, your feet are coming together. I'm gonna call this eagle. Yeah. If you're option 2, the feet go behind the front foot. Now this represents those that wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up on wings as eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Trust in Him. Commit your body to Him. Commit your soul to Him. Commit your life to Him. He will lift you up. Woo! Yay! So every time I say eagle, here we go with this movement. Yeah. Get ready. We're going to kick it forward in a couple of more movements. We're going to kick your right and your left foot forward here. Right foot and left foot. Arms are forward. If you're option 1, you're tapping your toe forward. If you're option 2, the feet are off the floor. Now we're gonna put them together in a couple of more movements. Woo-hoo! Get ready. Ego. Kick forward twice. Ego. Forward, yeah. Is my team with me? Forward. Stay here, kick side. If you're option 1, you're just tapping your toe to the side and bringing it back to the center. If you're option 2, the foot is off the floor. Because we're gonna combine the kick forward and side. Get ready. Now kick forward twice and side twice. Forward twice and side twice. Add the ego. Yeah, kick forward 2 times. Ego. Kick side 2 times. Now stay here and walk it out. We're gonna do another step where you kick, tap, run, run, run. Kick, tap, run, run, run. Get that rhythm in your soul. Here we go. Let's try it out. Kick, tap, run, run, run. Kick, tap, run, run, run. If you're option 2, the foot is off of the floor. If you're option 1, the toe is on the floor at all times. Toe, toe, run, run. Stay here. Here's your heart rate on a scale of 0 to 10. You should feel like you're a 3 to 6. You know what to do if you're too low or too high. Get the ball. And your weights. Sit down for your bicep curl. Toes and knees are forward. Elbows are right by your side. All we're gonna do now is bend the elbow and then straighten the elbow, nice and easy. Now because option 1 team is not using any weights. They're gonna do the 10 repetitions with us. Now this conditions the muscles in the front of the arm. That's called your biceps. I'm not so concerned of going to the beat right here. I want your wrists to stay nice and tight, so there shouldn't be any movement in the wrists. The elbows need to stay right by the ribs. Toes and knees are forward. Your spine is nice and long. Exhale when you bend your elbows. My team tells me we're on number 8. Let's try at least 2 more. Exhale on the hard part, and 1 more. Now we're gonna turn to the side, hold your waist near your chest, and we're gonna get ready for a lat pull. So we walk on out, head and shoulders are in the center, toes and knees are forward, hips are up, hands are right above the chest, shoulder blades against the ball. Now slowly lower the elbows toward your eyes, lift the chest up, and move the arms forward. Again, arms move back toward the ears, lift the chest up. Now I need to see that tailbone turned up as if I could have a cup of tea. I want to see a nice tabletop. Bring it back nice and easy, nice and slow, slow. Hold it there, lift the chest up and pull. Toes and knees are forward as if there's a small ball between your knees. Chest goes up, use those back muscles. This trains the muscles that run down the side of under your armpits. Your latissimus dorsi, that's your back muscle. Lift the chest up, waist near the chest, drop the hips down, get ready for your movement. Let's put everything back up. Here we go for windmill, windmill. Right side, option 1 is here. We step, clap, and shake it out. Option 1, you're here. Step, clap 2 times, and shake it out. Woo! Arms all the way around. If you're option 2, you're open and close. Step, clap, shake it out. Don't you allow that scale to define who you are. Shake it out. So what if you didn't exercise yesterday? Shake it out. Don't you allow that mirror to define who you are. Shake it out. Don't you decide to allow man's opinions to define who you are. Man's suggestions. Shake it out. So much, if you ate too much yesterday, move on, shake it out. Woohoo! One more. Ha! Ha! Stay here, mambo, right and left. Woo! This is why we catch our breath and say, ah! Woo! Now we tap right here. If you're option 1, we just tap right and left. How's my team back there? Woo-hoo! Go, Jesus. Go, Jesus. Now, if you're option 2, you're going to use the floor to push off with your foot. Just let your arms follow. This is the one I like to go. Now tap back. I tell that to my little girl all the time. And I'll go D, 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 D. Hey, 4 to the side. 4 more, go. And 4 back, go. Woohoo! Work it, work it, work it, side. 4 back. And 4 side. Let your arms go with it, and back. Yeah, and side. Breathe back. Relax your face. Chill out. Move forward with it. Stay here. 4 in place. Back. Move back with it 4 times. Stay here. 4 back. Stay here. Stay here. Side. Balls. We got your squat now. We're going to take the ball. If you're option 2, the ball. Option 1, you're going to take the chair. Arms are out in front, and we're gonna sit on the ball nice and slow and stand up. Drop the hips behind you to sit on the ball. Exhale when you come up. Always exhale on the hard part. Now this strengthens and conditions the muscles of the front of the thigh. That's your quadricep and the glute muscles and the muscles that run down your spine. If you're on the chair, you're gonna straighten the knee as much as you can, 6 times on each leg. Now my team tells me at least on number 8, I think we're gonna try to go for 12 on this one. So at least complete 6 on each side if you're option 1. Couple of more. And 1 more. Now we're gonna grab our weights for the shoulder press. Sit back on the bar. If you're on the chair, you're gonna use a ball. Toes and knees are forward, and the weights are right in front of the shoulders. Exhale. As you straighten the elbows, this trains and conditions the muscles in the front of the shoulder. That's your anterior deltoid. And the muscle behind the arm. That's your tricep. Exhale as you straighten the elbow. Move the elbow toward your face. Sit nice and tall. Relax your face. Drop your shoulders down, not up here. Exhale when you straighten that elbow. And visualize that there's a wall behind you so you're not leaning back. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale. Keep going. Weights here. Let's go ahead and put the ball and the weights up. We going back. We taking it old school. Woo-hoo! We scooping it up. Old school now. If you're option 1, you're digging it and you're tapping. If you're option 2, you're adding a little bit more of a hop. Woo-hoo! This stands for my girl. I could visualize Jesus saying, look at my girls. Look at my boys. They're not giving up. They know they're in a process. They make me proud. They're not backing down. They're not becoming weary. They know that my grace is sufficient for them. Boy, that's my girl. Boy, that's my boy. Woo! 2 steps to the side. Other side. Now, if you're option 1, your feet come together each time. If you're option 2, the foot comes behind you. All we're going to do is add the arms. This represents wipe away. Now, there's going to be a time where your mourning will turn into joyful dancing. He will give you beauty for ashes. He will remove the spirit of despair and clothe you with the garments of praise. If you commit yourself to Him and trust Him and turn it over to Him, let Him work it out. Let Him work it out. He will wipe away every tear from your eye. There'll be no more sickness or sorrow or pain. One day, stay here. We're going to do a Charleston step kick. Now, if you're option 1, you're just tapping forward and tapping back. If you're option 2, the knee comes up with a punch. Same thing, other side. Step kick. Woo-hoo! Did my team get it? Yeah! Woo-hoo! If you're option 2, the knee comes up. Now we're going to be combining the wipe away with the Charleston in a couple of more steps. Yeah, a couple more like this. Here we go. Wipe away. 3 wipe aways. 2. 1 more. Inside leg step kick. Wipe away. 3 of them. 2. 1 more. Inside leg step. Wipe away. Ha! 3 of them. 2. 1 more. Inside leg. Wipe away. If you're option 1, you're kicking. If you're option 2, the knee comes up. Option 1, inside leg. Another set. 3 of them like that. 2. 1 more inside leg. Scoop. Uh-oh, get your ball and your small ball. Now we're going to do inner thigh work. Come back to the center. If you're option 1, you're gonna sit on your chair. Option 2, ball goes in the center. We're gonna train the muscles of the inner thighs, toes and knees forward. Squeeze the ball for 3 seconds and release. Again, 2, 3, and release. 3, 2, 3, and release. You can count in French. 1, 2, 3. That's Cajun French, that's my style. Or Spanish. You know Spanish? 1, 2, 3, release. I don't know the word in Spanish for release. Again, what number are we on? Woohoo! Again, squeeze. You want to feel that muscle of the inner thigh. Let's try 2 more, and then we're going to get ready for the exercise that trains the muscles of the hamstring. 1 more like that. Now we're going to grab the ball, lie down on the floor, put the ball to the side, and lie down on the floor, legs on top. If you're option 1, you're going to stand behind your chair. Option 2, legs are on top, toes and knees are forward. Now all we're going to do is bend the knees and roll the balls to your hips. Again. Now this strengthens the muscles behind the thigh. That's your hamstring. Toes and knees are forward, facing the ceiling. If you're option 1, you're going to hold it up for 3 seconds. We're working up to 10. Option 1, we're working on 6 repetitions on each leg. This strengthens the muscle behind the thigh. That's your hamstring. As you get stronger, the hips come up off of the floor as you increase your strength. But for now, the hips stay on the floor until you gain more confidence and strength. Let's get ready to sit up. Turn to your side and push yourself up. Oh, now here's the fun part. Woo-hoo! We're gonna grab a hold of the umbrellas. Woo-hoo! I bet you didn't know that was coming. Woo-hoo! Now we're gonna lift it up twice on each side. We're getting ready for our cool down. But now we're just gonna end it with a little fun part right here. When the Saints come marching in, yeah, and take it in a circle. Woohoo! Keep it tight, tight by the ball, and turn it in, and turn it out. Now in and out. Here we go. In and out. In, and we're gonna dance in the rain. Woohoo! Yeah, we're coming back around. Here we go. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Keep going. We're going to our spot. And here we go. We're going to tap right and left. Right and left. Right and left. Dance in the rain. Woo-hoo! Stay here. Pump it up. Get ready. We're going to tap for a close. Ba-da, 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 ba. Bam! Yay! Woohoo! Now we're going to get ready for your cool down. This cool down is written and sung by our very own Tana. Woohoo! Little bit in the knees. Nice deep breath. The shoulders are down and relaxed. Listen to the words of the song. Arms come up. And we blow him a kiss for all that he is and all that he's done for us. Spine is in neutral, nice long spine. For everything. Lover of my soul, grab your heart. Bring the head around. Surrender to his control. Hands on your thighs, roll all the way up. And we give him the honor that he deserves. And we turn to the side. Toes and knees are side. And we give him that honor. Yes. Bring the arm around. All the way. Everything above all. Above all. Up on that back foot. Turn your hip pockets forward. You want to feel that stretch in the front of your left thigh. Round out the upper back. arms come up above the head and around. Pick up that front foot, hands on your thighs, drop the hips back. Or you can lower the foot if that's more comfortable for you. Face the front, turn that tailbone down, roll all the way up. Turn to the side. Nice long spine, everything. Above all, your name is lifted up high. Lift up that back heel. Roll those hips forward. Pull those arms back for a bicep stretch, chest stretch. Front foot goes up, hands on your thighs. Drop the hips back, nice long spine. Head is forward. Or you can drop the toe if that's more comfortable for you. You want to feel that stretch behind the calf and the back of the right thigh. Or that's your left thigh. Face the front, roll all the way up. Feet together. You're the lover of my soul. We step back and bow down. Nobody can love me like you do. I'll forever praise you. Woo! Yes, lover of my soul. And we drop back. We bow before the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. No one can love me like you do. No one. Woo! Yes, feet apart. You're the lover of my soul. I submit to your control. Hands on your thighs. Tuck the tailbone under. Roll all the way up. Big arms. Yes. Source of my strength. Strength of my life. We sing it with us, lover of my soul. He's the source of my strength. Source of my strength. Strength of my life. Lover of my soul. Source of my strength. Strength of my life. Lover of my soul. Source of my strength. Strength of my life. Lover of my soul. Where would I be? Woo! Yes! Now we're going to thank him. Step to the side. Bow before him. Other side. Yes, Lord. We bow before you. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your strength. We thank you for your blood that heals us, that redeems us. We thank you for your blood that sets us free. We thank you for your blood that delivers me. Woo! Thank you, Lord, for the victory. Woo! Stay here. We're pressing forward, Father God. We're not turning back. We commit ourselves to focus on you, on the resurrection power that's within us. We worship you. We give you the glory. You are the victory. We're not turning back. We're moving forward from here on out. We're not turning back. We're going to walk in the resurrection power that you gave us. We can and we will overcome that cookie. We will and we can overcome that scale. Yes. Woo. Separate the feet. Lover of my soul. Yes, hands on the thighs, roll all the way up. You are my King. Lover of my soul. Yes. Thank you for loving me. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Lord, I pray for that one watching. Lord, that they would feel your hand upon their heart right now, calming them, soothing them, healing them, bringing strength to them, bringing peace to them, bringing comfort to them, bringing direction to them, bringing clarity to them, bringing protection to them. Lord, I pray that they would recognize it's not too late. Your grace is sufficient. Lord, I pray that you would surround them with laborers that will hold up their arms through this fitness journey, through this journey of maintaining their strength and their health for the well-being of their life. You created us to move, and in you we live and move and have our being. Release angels around that one that's watching in Jesus' name to protect them and to minister to them. Lord, send people to them that will educate them, that will hold up their arms, that will speak life to them and not death, that will encourage them. We welcome your healing power over that one that's watching right now. Lord, I pray that they open up their hands. They lift up their hands to receive your spirit. They lift up their hands to receive the victory that your blood died to give them. They open up their hands to receive your forgiveness, to receive your mercy, to receive your grace, to receive your strength. Lord, I pray that they would stop fighting themselves, stop trying to figure it out, but that they would put it all aside, bow before you, and commit their lives to you and say, I can't do this on my own. I need a Lord and I need a Savior, and I need you, Jesus Christ, to come into my heart, to renew me, to refresh me, so that I could be reborn and saved and sanctified and set apart for your work and your glory. I welcome you, Holy Spirit. I pray that that one is watching will bow before you and recognize the state of their own heart and recognize that we cannot do this on our own. We need you, Lord. We need what your blood was shed to give us. We receive the benefits of your blood. We receive the sacrifice that you offered for us on the cross. We receive it right now. We walk in that power, that resurrection power. We walk in that victory. We will not walk in defeat anymore. We will not murmur and grumble and complain. We will not bow down to offense. We will not bow down to selfishness. We will not bow down to unforgiveness. We will not bow down to self-pity. Lord, forgive us for our sins. Forgive us for having ourselves on my mind. Forgive us for having ourselves on our mind all the time. It's all about you. We commit our bodies to you as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to you, which is our reasonable service, which is our spiritual act of worship. I pray that that one is watching will commit their bodies to you and lay before you and say, all right, I've tried it. I've tried it. I've tried it on my own. I've tried it. I've fought. I've struggled. I can't do it on my own. I need your grace. I need your power, and I need your strength. I commit my body to you. And I commit this day that I will move forward. I will not look back. I will not operate in defeat. I will not operate in self-pity. Your blood was shed for me so that I can walk in victory. And in victory, I will walk. I do have the resurrection power in me to overcome any adversity that comes my way. I am an overcomer by the blood of the Lamb and the word of my testimony. I can do all things through Jesus Christ who gives me strength. Greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. I am more than a conqueror only through Jesus Christ. I pray that that one watching, Lord, would that receive that power, would receive that impartation, take it into their heart and allow their soul to be healed and their minds and their body to be changed in the name and the power of Jesus Christ. Jesus.
When I was unlovable, you still came and you died for me, yeah. That's why I worship you, lover of my soul. Lover of my soul. You are the lover of my soul. Thank you for your everlasting love. Thank you for your love that changed me. Thank you for your love that heals me. Thank you for your love that redeems me. Yeah. Thank you for you.